Hello peeps, welcome back to Old Yorkshire Guitars, Final Fantasy 14 part 258. How are we all doing on this beautiful Saturday afternoon? Again, a late one today, been busy this morning again. Getting ready for going away next week. So into town, a bit of shopping, but I'm here now. Right, bit of a ending to yesterday's, wasn't it? I thought we'd got rid of the Ascians, but got a new one. I remember the body that he's in. I remember that one from when we was in the Japanese land where Yogi comes from, and her big fella, and the evil ruler of that, when we beat her, she lost her memory, and Yogi's friend, I can't remember his name, big guy, wasn't it, took him under his wing and protected her, and then that Imperial guy turned up, didn't he? Well, it's him who tried to turn her back into being evil. So is that entrance to Dawn's Respite? Oh, we don't need to go back in there. Anyway, let's speak with Graham. I'm waffling, aren't I? I know, shut up. I can hear you. Right. Graham, what you got? Oh, you're back. I haven't been anywhere. Tell me, do you think I was excessively familiar earlier? No? Thought it was better to be familiar than formal. Perhaps we might consider it a nod to my regrettably less than humble beginnings. Being free to live as one pleases is not without its challenge. Oh God, it's waffle. I've rarely felt so exhausted or hungry. If all I did was bend the bow, I would be of limited use. Yeah, okay, come on, what do you want me to do? Are we going to have to train you up? You might follow in the footsteps of your inspiration. It's a warm one today. I've got a bit of the sniffles still, I've noticed. I'm now available as a trust companion. Okay. Greetings, Albert. Come to look in on our friends. Rest assured everyone is quite well. I've been keeping a close eye on them. They're just about to convene in Dawn Respites. Right, okay.
Well, my friends, now that we have all settled back into our bodies, it is time we resumed our duties in earnest. Let us speak of our plans.
Ever since the Emperor's death, it's been one unsettling rumor after another. I've a mind to pay a visit to Garlemald to ascertain the truth of the matter.
A prudent endeavor. 'Tis of the essence that we establish the full extent of the threat, not least if it should prove that Xenos doth indeed orchestrate events from the shadows, in light of which possibility I shall accompany thee on thy mission. Be assured that thou shalt find me more a help than a hindrance. Thou requirest another to imbue thine ammunition, dost thou not?
Assuming that's settled, there's something I've been meaning to look into as well.
Welcome back, everyone!
Lise!
Excuse me.
You're fine now, right? No more headaches or keeling over?
That's right. We're fighting fit and raring to go.
The famous Lise Hext, former scion and hero of the Alamegan resistance.
I don't believe we've met.
Really? It's so easy to assume that all Archons are acquainted. But then I suppose your fields of expertise are rather different.
Grahatir, at your service. I have read much and more about your exploits, Commander. It is a pleasure to finally make your acquaintance.
Likewise. The others told me all about you.
Do not be so sure. Words scarcely do justice to the vital role he played in our victory in the First. A more dependable comrade one would be hard-pressed to find.
Oh, right. I did glance at the report. But I'd be lying if I said I understood half of it. Well, that's a lot to take in. Just to be clear, this means we're not heading for another calamity, does it?
Shorn of their unsundered master's leadership, what Ascians remain shall struggle to see their plans to fruition.
Alright, so there are other Ascians. Maybe it's just the unsundered then we killed. Well, finished off.
And though I would ever advise caution, I believe we may rest easy for a time.
I'll take that as a yes. Even so, I don't know what to make of this business about Hydaelyn and Zodiac being primals.
A difficult truth to bear, yes. But at last we understand the nature of our adversary. And if there are no further calamities, neither will there be rejoinings, meaning Zodiac will never regain his full strength. Even so, as the oldest and mightiest of primals, he remains a force to be feared. Though his is a power born of the desire for salvation, we have seen the havoc it may wreak. And it falls to us to ensure that it is never again brought to bear upon this star.
But tell us, Lys, to what do we owe the pleasure of your visit?
What do you mean? Isn't seeing my long-lost comrades reason enough? Alright, there was one other matter. I have a message from the Alliance, and before you ask, yes, it's about the Empire. So, after Emperor Varys' assassination, it seems his cousin Nerva made a bid for the throne. The trouble is, he wasn't the only one with designs on it, and it didn't take long for a civil war to break out. And it's not just in the provinces. Early reports say huge swathes of the Imperial capital have been reduced to rubble. The Alliance will soon convene in Alamigo to decide on a course of action, and we were hoping you'd come along.
Well, as it happens, Urianger and I were just this moment planning a little trip to Garlemald. And we should be grateful for any advice the Alliance can provide on how best to make the most of our visit.
To Alamigo, then.
Why don't you go on without me? There's something I need to look into.
What's she up to?
Oh, forgive me. You were just telling us. What is it, if I may ask?
I want to find a way to cure the Tempered.
Of course. You think it may be possible to adapt the treatment you used to help those corrupted by the Sin Eaters?
I'm sorry, a cure for tempering? But that would change everything. Alizé, consider yourself uninvited. Go and find us this cure.
I'll do my best. I was hoping you might join me. Don't worry if not, though. I won't hold it against you if you'd rather attend a stuffy meeting.
What meeting? Lead on.
I knew you'd say yes.
I'll come too. If you don't mind, that is.
Mind? I'm sure they would be glad of your company. Pray, enjoy your time together with your hero.
No. That's not... I mean, I simply thought my knowledge might be of some use.
We shall be on our way then. Godspeed.
Right. Speak with Alice. When I set out to save Alric, I think Gabu was always at the back of my mind. Prove that the light corrupted and not lost, I'm convinced that the same must be the true of the tempered. Similar to those corrupted by the Sin Eaters, the ether of Gabu's soul has been rendered stagnant, and though the root cause is different, perhaps the solution is the same. It is by no means an unreasonable hypothesis, Alice, and it warrants full investigation. If there's any chance we can save Gabu, we have to try. Not when a child's life is at stake. I'm sure Buggerlugs remind us we still know little and less about the soul. Okay, let's get on. Oh, here we go. There's just one problem. Researching the condition, long since ground to a halt. Combined work of many scholars involved doesn't exactly amount to a wealth of knowledge. Not of modern scholars, perhaps, but what of ancient counterparts? I know the Allegans took a more than passing interest. But we see it to be found anyway. It would surely be at the Etherochemical Research Facility. Of course it would. An airship, you say? Leave it to Tattoo. Meet me on the northern bank of Silvertear Lake. Hang on, what am I doing? I can go straight there, can't I? No. Can't. Right. How's my money doing? Absolutely rubbish. I'm sorry if I keep coughing and sneezing. I've still got a bit of a head cold still. Just all of a sudden have these fits. I noticed on a couple of the playbacks I've been watching. I'm going to have to try and remember to mute the mic when I cough. Right. What the hell was... Some weird shit flying about, isn't it? Right, which way are we going? That way. Tattoo. I give you the bonanza. Dum 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 dum. You youngsters won't get that. Old uns will. I built her as a company project. Got to set fire to a map now as well. With help from our friends at the Rising Stones. Named her for luck and prosperity. If you're young and don't know what I'm going about, Google or go on YouTube and search Bonanza TV show start. You know, start it, intro. Then you'll get what I'm going on about, yeah. I built her as a company project. Tattoo, this is amazing. We'll be able to just fly about anywhere. Well, I can anyway. Our garments are impressive enough. Oh, waffle. Come on. Hey up, cocker, you alright? Like your goggles. Albert had a pair like that ages ago. Equipped with a full complement of mana cutters, by the way. Feel free to use them to get around as is La. Enough talk, it's time to fly. All aboard. All aboard the Skylark. Another old one. Right. Oh, it's here. Ah, I remember this place. Honestly, Sid would be jealous the way that airship flies. Tattoo has outdone herself. Here we are, as is La. This appears to be Helix, which means we stand in the Alpha Quadrant. To the east lies the Beta. I believe I have my bearings. Do some familiarity with the place thanks to the records. This path leads to an aetheryte. Beyond that there will be information terminal. So start there. Can I fly here yet? Aha! That's alright. Where are we going? Yeah. Here's the terminal. Nice. I hate it when you get slow games, not slow games, slow episodes like this one. Seems to drag. I like it when there's a bit of fighting. There we are. Iconic corruption, an overview. Sounds promising. Let's see what this report has to say. Confound it, the content appears to have been deleted. Isn't something you can do? Yeah, recycle bin, restore. Isn't it? Not from here. Maybe another copy exists elsewhere. Where to look? It says here the report was written by someone named Owen. Is it likely that he kept a copy? I would say a distinct possibility, assuming he was a researcher. He will have had quarters on the Habisphere. We can ascertain the details at Habisphere Control. Return to the Bonanza and avail ourselves of the mana cutters. We need them to reach our destination. Forgot you already have a suitable means of transport, don't you? No need to waste time accompanying us back to ship. We'll see you at the Habisphere. Yeah. Hardware repair. Oh look, I'm less than 80% on everything. Bloody hell, that's another big chunk gone. What you got? Bloody hell. It's not much. Minus 42. Don't need none of his shit then, do I? Right, we've got to go that way, is it? Get on the old dragon. Let's get the map up. Where am I? Oh, there I am. Yeah, keep going then. If the late Owen did indeed have a chamber, this node will tell us its number. From what I recall of the layout, it should be somewhere in the vicinity of warning, evacuation order present, entry to Abysphere is not permitted. Foiled again. In all likelihood, the order could have been imposed during the fourth Umbral Calamity. I doubt it will be lifted in the near future. Return to base for recharging. There must be some other way to gain access. Before we resort to that, I have an idea. Where we send a large surge of energy through yonder control mechanism should prompt the system to restart releasing the locks. Suitable energy source, a concentrated lightning shard might suffice. Happily, I seem to recall that they are known to form at points of stagnant ether throughout the continent. You seem to recall? Are you honestly telling me that was in the records too? I am. A report sent to the capital mentioned that lightning aspected ether was prone to pooling on the continent, usually resulting in surges that interfered with equipment. Minor detail, grant you, but my role as caretaker of the Crystal Tower, there is no such thing as too much Allagan knowledge. Waffle, waffle, waffle. I must have explored this facility 1,000 times in my mind, but to finally stand here with the two of you, it's more exhilarating than I can well express. Now then, the lightning shard. If I may suggest we split up and search the beta quadrant. Yeah. Come on, let's crack on. I ain't got all day. Somebody turn the lights off. Kazzy's in Zao. You alright, love? Not up here, is it? Let's enlarge the map a bit. Where are we looking? Nope. Aha. You bastard. Have I got what I wanted? That was quite a show, adventurer. Why the spectacle proved so enthralling that all thoughts of the prize slipped my mind. I appear to have forfeited our little race. Congratulations, the lightning shard is yours. What? Who are you? Show yourself. What, no dramatic entrance? You've changed. What, no dramatic entrance? You remember that? In my defence, I was caught up in the moment. Isn't every day you meet an honest-to-God's hero after all? Well, the contents continue, so you'd better hurry back. One last thing. Thank you, Albert, for bringing me here. It's all right, son. It's okay, young Padawan. Well, why couldn't I just give it to him then? Why have I got to deliver it to him? It's the way out. Appears I had no luck, so victory's yours. Come on, not bothered. Right, what we got? You must have blown the fuse. That's it, lights are back on. Excellent system result. responded exactly as intended. We now have access to the Habisphere. Only one obstacle remains, the security systems within. Should they be triggered, they could make life rather difficult. In light of which, pray leave the rest to me. If I am right, my royal blood shall allow me to venture in unmolested. Assuming this place works like the Crystal Tower. Excuse me. COVID. Sit tight, I suppose. I'm sure this Owen fellow was very learned, but iconic corruption and overview sounds like a studium thesis. We all had to write one. Lest you wonder, mine was about the combat applications of the ether. I'm nothing if not practical. Alfie's was more philosophical, of course. Can't talk today. Political, dare I say it. He chose to write a lengthy discourse on our nation's duty to the world. A controversial subject, to say the least. Yeah, whatever. Come on, not bothered. Graham, I would have liked to meet young Alfie. For what it's worth, my thesis concerned the Allegan civilization as depicted in folklore. Oh, you're back. I didn't know you attended the studium. I didn't. A thesis was required to earn my Archon's mark. My peers at the Baldesian convinced me to write one with the promise of unfettered access to forbidden tomes. Though I considered it no more than a means to an end, I will admit it was gratifying to have my efforts acknowledged. Good gods, an Archon's thesis. I should to imagine the work involved, but enough about that. Is this the fruit of your foray? Owen's archive node. It was waiting for me in his chamber. If a copy of the report still survives, it should be stored on this device. Initializing, scanning for registered user. User not found. To proceed as guest, please complete biometric authentication. Come on then, Graham. Verifying. Authentication complete. Guest identified as member of the royal family. I'm at your humble service, your highness. Never ceases to amuse me. 'Tis but a pity the effect will not last forever. Doga knew I said as much when they granted me this gift, but until such time as it fades, I shall use it gratefully. Search archive for iconic corruption. One item found. The report is locked by the author. Please state password. Tell the nice note the password. Right, let's see. Glory be to Allag. Long live Emperor Zand. Password incorrect. Come now, passwords are invariably short and simple. For instance, password. The notion that the password would be something so inane would be laughable were it not dangerously stupid. Furthermore, your conduct in the presence of His Highness grossly inappropriate. Know your place, handmaiden. What did that thing just call me? Wild Rose. Courage. Wild Rose. Password incorrect. Let's dismantle it. Now, let's not be too hasty. Might be a task for Sig and his colleagues. Let's bear it back to the Rising Stones. And we have spell speed. Don't want spell speed, do we? Go for that one. Do 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 do. Yeah, except, come on, let's get home. I probably mentioned that I have yet to meet Sid. Rambo did send word to the Ironworks, but it appears our friends has been afield on urgent business. Alright, come on, stop waffling. You could talk on way. It wouldn't do to keep him waiting, shall we? Oh no, hang on. Rising Stones, I might as well fast travel, aren't I? We're not getting the ship back. What am I doing? Hang on. Travel for free. Do 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 do. Wonderful news. Tattoo contacted Sid. He's on his way. While we wait, I would very much like to hear what transpired at the council. As you know, the meeting was convened. Yeah, we know why about that. According to intelligence, the War of Succession rages on. The Empire remains without a leader. Amidst the chaos, the Imperial legions in the Prince provinces have begun to move independently of the motherland. The greatest concern to us is the Third. A legion aligned with Lord Nerva. Appears they have received substantial financial backing from House Brutus. Aren't they the ones that... Ah, Yotsuo, that's it. took in Yotsuyu and Asahi. These bodies. Xenos' movements meanwhile remain shrouded in mystery. We're hoping that Thancred and Urianger are able to shed some light. Until such time as they do, it would be unwise to interfere in the conflict, and so, thanks in part to the Imperial withdrawal, they have decided to turn their attention to the primal problem once more. Working with friendly factions, they hope to reopen dialogue and explore new avenues for peace. Yeah. The Leminsons, in particular, struggling their efforts, and Alfie and Ishtora have been called upon to aid them. So long as we're dealing with the Tempered, I'm afraid no matter of dialogue will avail us. If we can develop a treatment, then anything is possible. That's why we must succeed. And on that cheery note, why not make yourselves comfortable? I'll show Sid in as soon as he arrives. Sid. Forgive us for not coming sooner. As you may have heard, we've had our hands full. In our defence, you are up rather early. I was under the impression you'd be slumbering a while longer. I would have been had you not fulfilled your promise. I still struggle with that idea. From where I stand, the secret of traversing time and space seem exactly as unfathomable as they ever did. But if an alternative version of myself has already laid them bare, I dare say that frees me up to concentrate on other endeavours. Speaking of which, you wanted my help with something. What is it? Very well. Oh, well, a treatment for tempering. Next step, we need to find the password. Just so, with nary a clue to guide us, we could be here forever and still not guess correctly. I'd love to say that we could help you, so I will. Whatever. I knew I could rely on you. I'll transfer the information to a terminal set to work right away. Right. Looks like it's finished. Let's see. Freedom. The password is freedom. Short and simple, just as I said. Do the honours, Your Highness? I would, m'lady. Yes, m'lady. Password freedom. Opening report. The report seeks to provide an overview of the mechanism by which icons corrupt and bind men to their will. The phenomenon we call corruption refers to the alteration of the ether of the soul. Said ether exists in equilibrium, no one element being more prominent than another. When a subject is exposed to the ether of an icon, this changes their soul taking on the properties of the entity in question. By way of an example, exposure to the ether of the fiend Sephiroth would cause a subject's ether to become aligned with the element of earth. As a consequence, the subject would attain heightened affinity with earth aspect magics. The changes undergone by the subject are not solely attributable to elemental alignment. However, further testing has determined that the subject's soul becomes umbrally charged or stagnant during the process. The stagnation of the soul has the effect of diluting the sense of self, rendering the subject vulnerable to the will of the icon, the thoughts of whom come to consume their entire existence. In this manner do the corrupted become worshippers of their icon, their prayers serving to further empower the entity. Having discerned the mechanism of iconic corruption, my colleagues and I set out to develop a material capable of shielding one from its effects, an endeavour in which we were successful, albeit at great cost. In the course of testing, many of my assistants, good men and women, fell victim to corruption, and in accordance with protocol, they were summarily put to death. I subsequently submitted a proposal to investigate potential cures, but it was rejected, deemed non-essential by Lord Aemon. Though I knew it would be fruitless, I protested the decision, and for my impertinence I have been stripped of rank and title and will shortly be expelled from this facility. In all likelihood this report will be expunged. Nevertheless, I record it in the hope that one day someone will undertake to do which I could not, find a cure. Not even the Allegans were able to find a cure, or rather were not given the chance to. One cannot help but wonder what motivated Lord Aemon's decision. More importantly, this confirms that stagnation is indeed the problem, and Angelo can remedy that. True, yet were we simply to reanimate a tempered soul, I fear it would do naught to diminish the individual's fanatical faith. Indeed, it may well intensify it. We would somehow need to suppress the primal's hold over the subject at the same time, or risk them ever remaining in its thrall. If we could only make them remember who they were. Yeah. But of course, memory transference, the process has the effect of compartmentalizing memories, separating them into manageable bundles, if you will. By adapting the technique, it may be possible to achieve selective reanimation, that is, limit the effects to only those memories that existed prior to tempering. Through thus restoring the sense of self, we would theoretically drown out the incitements of false faith which had come to dominate the individual's thoughts. I see, the theory seems sound, and our experience treating the light corrupted would help us identify suitable memories for reanimation. Okay, enough waffle. Nodes such as these were built with the ability to simulate magics, which leads me to believe that it may be capable of performing simulations of the transference technique. If so, we would be able to conduct years' worth of tests within the space of a few days. In theory, it would be no different from how we identified the password. It'll take more calculating power, a lot more. Honestly, I wouldn't say whether our equipment would be up to the task. Why do you suppose Owen locked his report behind a password? To keep it from prying eyes, of course. Why else? He wanted his report to be seen by those who strive for freedom. Not unlike the members of a certain... Oh, my eyes. Oh, sticking. Don't know why. Oh, sunlight out there, I think. Not unlike the members of a certain distinguished engineering collective, I believe their motto was freedom through technology or some such. You two round up as many magic terminals as you can. Right away, Chief. Things are about to get very busy. Luckily we're here to help, huh? Right, I think that is where we're going to leave it. I'll see what Sid's got to say. Oops, no, not him. Sid. Right, well, Graham and I configure terminals. I want the rest of you to procure supplies. Ceruleum and ice shards. Right, I'm going to get some ceruleum. I'll trust Albert and Alice with this ceruleum. Here's a promissory note for each of you. Take them to the Sky Steel manufacturer in Ishgard. Right. Let's go there. Might as well get this bit done first, and then we'll save it for today. Right, where are we going? How do I get out of here? Try up here. Somewhere around here then. Hang on, want this somewhere around to the left here. About in here. got it? Oh no, I've got to go over there now. Can I get there using the Ethernet? Try that one. There he is. Right, just give me the Ceralium and I can get off back. No problem. Hey! This Feloki.
My friend! After the disappointment of not seeing you in Alamigo, what good fortune to chance upon you here of all places. As you may have heard, the Allied nations are making a renewed effort to address the primal problem. To that end, have I invited the chieftain of the Vanu to Ishgard, that we might together plot a course.
High five.
Since the war with the Empire appears to be nearing its conclusion, I would also like to call upon Estinian's lance. Alas, he is, as ever, a difficult man to find. I am informed he recently paid a visit to the Rising Stones. Should he happen to do so again, be sure to pass on my regards, won't you?
No problem, Eric.
But tell me, what business brings you to our fair city this day?
Ceralium.
A cure for tempering. You never... Very well. You shall have all the ceruleum we can provide, and an airship with which to transport it. In this matter, you may count on Ishgard's full support.
Holy shit, they've been busy. Hello. I was going to say I should have saved it, shouldn't I?
Oh, who would have thought ceruleum weighed so much?
I'll stop you whining.
Serves me right for being stubborn, I suppose. I should have just done what you did and accepted help.
Yep. No point being stubborn.
Good work, you two. This is all we asked for and more. Quite a lot more now that I look at it. Lord Emmerich, eh? And entirely by chance. Ha! Some people have all the luck.
We have also succeeded in configuring the turbines, thanks in no small part to our able assistant.
Who's that?
It's been a while,
Hero.
You seem surprised to see me. Lest you misunderstand, I've no interest in such things as cures for tempering. But if you mean to achieve that which eluded even the storied Allagans, it seemed plain that you would require my expertise. And so it proved. Is that not right, Garland?
Ask Jessie. She was the one who hired you. All I know is you're an employee of the Ironworks now, so you'll bloody well earn your keep.
That wasn't the only reason I agreed to cooperate. I'm reliably informed that Garland and I are destined to unravel the secrets of travel, not only across dimensions, but through time. Doubtless the lion's share of the credit lies with me. 9
God,
parts
get on your
to
nerves.
Garland's 1. And this research will be a stepping stone to that illustrious achievement.
Very well then. I'll do 1/10 of the work. Just the part that's beyond you.
Whatever you say, Garland.
Right. If everyone's ready, let's begin.
Right, you plugged it in.
All appears to be in order. Now, we just have to wait for it to find us our magic. Why not take this opportunity to put your feet up? This may take a while.
Right, is that where we're going to finish for today? Nope.
Damn it. It's overloading.
Chief! She won't last much longer!
We'll have to shut it down.
Wait! We're close! So very close!
Oh.
Well, this is going swimmingly.
Please, a moment longer. I beg you.
The engines can't take it, Captain.
There! No. I was able to memorize the magic before it faded. It still needs to be put to the proof, but I believe we have our cure.
It's just as well. She'll never run again.
The fault is mine.
I've had computers
I'm
like
sorry.
that.
Don't be. It may fall short of dimension hopping, but a cure for tempering is not to be sniffed at. This, my friend, is a world-changing discovery. One we're proud to have had a hand in. A few Magitech terminals are a pittance to pay.
Thank you.
Well, we've done what we can. The rest is up to you.
Right, are we there then? Let's have a look when lights come back on. There we go. Right. That's where we'll call it a day for today. Another one done. Right. Do another, knock one out again tomorrow, and then that's going to be it for till next week. So, anyway, have a great day. Go and enjoy the sunshine. And until tomorrow, I'll see thee.